Welcome. CBC Radio Show is currently at 8 o'clock on Ontario, 8:30 Francis, 8:20 FM. Now, as promised, here's my first top 10 list. I had a break off, but this is the top 10 worst Pokemon. I think, in my opinion, that the worst Pokemon. I'm gonna start and go with the starter Pokemon in generations. The first top 10 needs no introduction. The Pokemon that has the worst weaknesses in the first region, Charmander from Generation 1's Pokemon Red and Blue, and even Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green. This Pokemon was a pain to train up to beat Rock, because what Charmander's weaknesses were Rock and Water. You would get KO'd with Brock and Misty. They would KO your Pokemon if you didn't have like a because Brock and Misty would either defeat if you trained up a Pikachu or you trained up a Squirtle. If you but no, some people were idiots thinking they could defeat Brock with a Charmander, but Ember would do nothing. It wouldn't do any damage because your opponent would get KO'd, and because Charmander's weaknesses were Rock, Ground, and even Water types. Number 9, Chikorita. Oh my god, you are a dick if you pick Chikorita in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and even Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You pick that Pokemon. That Pokemon would get KO'd in the first 2 gyms. Has more weaknesses and has the best weaknesses Charmander against flying, water, flying, bug, and even fire types would not do anything to it. You would get your Chikorita would get KO'd forever. You never ever get KO'd too often. Now let's go to the legendary Pokemon. This number seven for legendary Pokemon is Rakoi from the second generation and the remakes. This Pokemon has the worst moveset of an electric type. Honestly, it's much better because it has Roar, Stomp, Flamethrower, even Fire Spin. Rakoi is the worst moveset of a legendary. All he knows is Spark, Light Screen, Reflect, and Roar, and that's all he'll know. Because you can't even get a better Pokemon having him get KO, because he's the worst worst legendary Pokemon I ever found. Because he is one of the worst mythical Pokemon to be there. The legendary Pokemon should be banned from the game. Why do you include that guy that doesn't have a good moveset for electric type? Worst, just a concept. Worst of just a concept. Worst of prophecy that the Pokemon did not have. It's the worst electric type mythical Pokemon of all. Next up, number 7. These are gonna be picking, but the worst Pokemon that would get KO'd instantly, but with one hit. Oh god, you ready for this? The worst Pokemon ever that can get KO'd with one shot. Pokemon that gets KO'd with one shot. That can get KO'd with one shot. And the worst Pokemon I think in the world, the weakest Pokemon, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna create a picking. The Pokemon the worst Pokemon gym leader the worst Pokemon that can KO with one shot electric type. The one Pokemon that is the weakest in the Pokemon Universe, Pikachu. Oh my god, he's the worst against Rock. If Brock would just KO Pikachu in one hit with Rock, or because Pikachu's electric types don't even affect Rock types, because Rock types are defenseless. They're so defensive against electric types and even fire types. And then they just came over and your Pikachu would get KO'd in one shot because Brock's Onix is level 14, and if Pikachu didn't level it up, you would get KO'd instantly and never ever be beaten. Now, Now let's go on to worst worst Pokemon stat wise. Pokemon that take Pokemon that are pain to train are the worst ones to evolve. Number five. Number five, the worst Pokemon to train up. Dratini. When you get it in the Dragon's Den. Oh my god, this Pokemon takes forever to evolve to Dragonair. You have to level up to level 30. And no thanks, I'll probably just use experience share on it and level up to level 30 so I can trade it. It's a pain to train up, and it's a pain to evolve it also. And now another Pokemon, number four, another worst Pokemon to train to level up. Oh god, Pidgey. Oh no, oh my god, to get Pidgeot, you gotta really bust your balls to level up Pidgeot to get to his final evolution, Pidgeot. Oh my god, you really gotta get that Pokemon. And it's the worst, hardest to train up to get it to evolve. Because in the other you have to really bust your balls from level 18 to level 36 or something to evolve into Pidgeot. It takes a lot of levels to evolve because it evolves at such a high level. Another Pokemon that's hard to train, the Pokemon that's the hardest to train up to evolve. For number three, I'm picking Eevee's evolution to Umbreon and Espeon. Both going to be number three because you have to level their happiness enough to get the worst happiness level to do, because their happiness is maxed out enough so you can finally evolve them with Moonstones and Sun Shards to Umbreon and Espeon. That's my picks for number two. Number two, the worst Pokemon I think to be the worst one to train up, Magikarp to Gyarados. This Pokemon is kind of the worst to train up. It's the worst to train up to Gyarados. You have to level to level 20 so it evolves into Gyarados. It's the hardest Pokemon to evolve. I don't even like it. It's the worst Pokemon, I think, in my opinion. And number one worst Pokemon ever. You ready for this? The worst Pokemon in every history. Oh my god, I guess the last Pokemon you have that is the most weakness. Well, you thought Chikorita was gonna play, but nope. The worst Pokemon ever, Azurill. Oh my god, this is I think it's one of the weakest Pokemon. It could never say a baby Pokemon. Azurill, but look on space in 5th gen, it looks like the most depressed Pokemon in the world. Hey, you probably look at it wrong. And it would faint. But Azurill is the worst Pokemon ever. It's useless. All it knows when you first encounter it, all it knows was Splash, like Magikarp. All it knows is Splash. And it can't do anything. It probably just get one Thunder Shock and would probably faint. But this Pokemon, it looks like the most oppressed Pokemon. So there's my top 10 worst Pokemon. Look forward to doing my top 10 best one. Good night, everyone.